orgasmic enlightenment, where the sexual and spiritual come together. I'm Kim Anami, and I'm a holistic sex and relationship coach and a vaginal weightlifter. In this show, we explore all things intimate. I believe that our sexual energy is life force, creative energy, and we can use it to shape our worlds, strengthen our relationships, and self-actualize. I blend the most avant-garde information from neuroscience, ancient sexual practices like Tantra and Taoism, to renegade wellness modalities to show you how to create gourmet sex in your lives. Come one, come all. Should I stay or should I go? We just wrapped up the Sexual Mastery for Men salon. In all of my online salons, we have weekly Q&A calls where I connect with everyone and answer their questions. The theme that came out of the collective last week was, when do you draw the line in a relationship? At what point do you say enough is enough and leave it? I did a podcast a couple of years back called When One Person Wants to Grow. In it, I talked about what to do when one person in the relationship is more keen on growing and healing and the other is not. In Anami Land, a conscious gourmet sex relationship requires both people to be actively participating. It does not work if one person is consistently putting in more effort than the other. The magic only happens when both people dive deep and commit to 150% effort. If one person is starting to wake up to the life-changing potential of their relationship, of how it can be their superpower, how their orgasms can be used to create and manifest in the world, how their 3-hour sex dates can help them lose weight, build their business, and make millions, and the other person hasn't figured this out, then the growth-minded person has 2 routes to go. The first is that they invite the other person on their journey. Since most relationships are enshrined commitments to stagnation, the idea of growth can be foreign. So you explain what and why. You invite them to listen to some of my podcasts or videos with you, and then you discuss them. You invite them to do a salon with you. Apart from my vaginal kung fu salon, all of my classes include partnered home play exercises, and the videos can be watched by all. The partner says yes and joins you on your journey. And then there's the issue of pace and consistency, as in, what is an acceptable rate of growth and progress? Is it a plod, a trot, a canter, or a gallop? The answer is a gallop. And this is the part that's often sticky for people. Their partner may agree to explore healing and growth with them, and initially they are keen, and perhaps with the perceived threat of losing their relationship, even if it wasn't explicitly stated, they get their ass in gear for a time. Maybe they come up against some dark corners in themselves and they contract back. There are some doors they are too afraid to open, and they didn't realize this was the name of the game. And so they renege. They slow down, or they even go right back to their pace of not moving at all. So what is the pace you want? It's a fucking gallop. Anything less than a massive yes, I will follow you and our growth and healing and transformation and alchemy to the ends of the earth. I will throw everything into the fire for this. All of the parts of me I thought I was, I will let them go in exchange for the most real, true, authentic, powerful version of myself to emerge. What this looks like is a perpetual yes. Yes, I will explore this with you. Yes, let's listen to that podcast. Yes, let's do that home play together. Yes, let's commit to 3-hour sex dates every week. Yes, let's do hour-long yoni and lingam massages on each other. Yes, let's be radically honest with each other. Yes, let's move to Fiji. Yes, I will prioritize our relationship above all else because I know, or at least I'm willing to have faith, that if we do that, every other part of our lives will benefit. Yes, I will go to therapy to resolve my unhealed traumas. Yes, yes, yes. That is what it looks like. Grow or die. There is no in between. A slow pace is a no pace. It's stalling and it's a lie. And I call it the lie of limbo. It's where we tell ourselves that it's okay to hang out there in inertia for a while, a few months, a few years, a decade or two, but it's not. There is a price to pausing or slowing down your own growth so that you can match the pace of another person. And that price is the decay that will start to permeate all parts of your life. You may have career and financial setbacks, health issues, growths and ailments in your reproductive organs, weight gain, your children begin acting out, unexpected tragedy takes place in your lives. These things are not random life events. They are a direct result of you committing to stagnation and to inaction. And the energy of that decay spreads out into everything you touch. Grow or die, growth or decay. There is no in-between place in your life. If you aren't growing, you are dying. So in the second pathway, you extend the invitation to growth to your partner, and they say, no, or not right now at the outset. And all that really says is that they are terrified of intimacy and vulnerability and change. And so they choose to stay in the perceived safety of stagnation. And if this is the case, then I always encourage the person who wants to grow to focus on their own growth. Let go of trying to get your partner to be interested in this process of healing and transformation. No, withdraw your energy from them entirely and focus on yourself instead. That doesn't mean that you need to end the relationship yet. It just means that you stop trying to get them to engage. As you strengthen yourself, you will have the clarity to see things more clearly and to know what you need to do. So in this scenario, one of two things will happen. The previously uninterested partner sees and feels changes in their lover. They become curious and intrigued. The person carries themselves differently. They are happier, sexier, more easygoing. They complain less. If it's a woman, she starts wearing beautiful dresses and lingerie. She's more affectionate with her body. She offers to give him blowjobs in the car. If it's a man, he embodies more confidence and masculine energy. He takes charge. He does what he says he's going to do. He asks to give his woman an hour-long yoni massage and tells her he really wants to find her G-spot and make her ejaculate across the room. So in the face of all of this new behavior, people get thrown off guard and become interested, right? So we have great stories about this in our All-Star podcast interviews. Mark and Amanda are a wonderful example. Amanda wanted to sign up for the Well-Fucked Woman Salon, and he said, yeah, that's nice, honey. I'm glad you're doing that. I'm sure I'll get some benefits from that, but just don't expect me to do the Sexual Mastery for Men Salon. So she's like, that's fine. I'll focus on this. So she did, and she threw herself into the work and the play. And all of these changes were manifesting with her that he looked at her and everything that was happening in their relationship as a result. And he was like, how could I not join you on this journey and run into the future with you? So this happens a lot where people get organically inspired by seeing the growth and change in you to join you. But sometimes this doesn't happen. Sometimes the person shows zero interest in what you're doing and they could care less about the inner changes that you're experiencing. So then what do you do? At this point, we're in a similar situation to what I described earlier about someone who initially shows interest, but then they drop off. The answer is one of my favorite all-time expressions, shit or get off the pot. It speaks to the fact that you cannot hang out in limbo. Some people think they can, but that's the lie of limbo. We get emails from people all the time talking about the relationships they've been unhappy in for 20, 25 years. This is called being committed to stagnation or married to mediocrity. Most people don't know what they don't know. They think that having a shitty relationship where the sex is lame or non-existent, and they have a secret porn habit or a chocolate cake habit or a wine habit, that these are all suitable substitutes for the numbness they feel in their relationship. Instead of risking it all to find true happiness and bliss, they settle for this mediocrity. So what do? You risk losing something so unbearably shitty. You risk giving up something that is familiar for something that is your wildest dreams. And maybe these dreams you didn't even know you had or ever let yourself have. You tell your partner that this just will not do. And if they aren't going to join you on this journey of yes and unstoppableness, then you are going to leave them. If you want, you can give them a timeline so they know you are serious. But really, if they didn't say yes right away and they didn't get on that horse you gave them and start galloping with you, they aren't likely to come. You're either in or you're out from the start. Cajoling and threatening isn't the key to the kingdom or the queendom. It's doing your own thing and doing what is best for you, and find someone who is doing it too, and leaving behind the ones who just aren't into it. They might have some good qualities, but ultimately, if they are cock blocking you and your relationship, they can get fucked, because you need to get fucked thoroughly, artfully, and heartfully, and some pitiful, half-assed, half-hearted, half-cocked, half-pussied, cowardly excuses are not going to take you into the promised land. Bold, courageous, yes, and fuck me into oblivion are. If it's anything less than that, it's a no. You aren't someone's mother or father or babysitter. Let them throw their toys and have a tantrum at somebody else. You are galloping into the future, into the arms of a lover who will love you and want to grow with you, and who says yes to the essence of you, so long as you say yes to the essence of yourself. Don't waste any more time on whiners and excuse makers and people who do not keep their word. Chuck them and gallop the fuck right out of there. The universe rewards courage. If you make the courageous choice of honoring yourself and refuse to be with anyone who doesn't honor the depths of you, they will come. If you build it, they will come. Build yourself. Build your motherfucking internal house and fuck yourself into oblivion, and you will find someone who will gallop alongside you. A few of my favorite Rumi lines speak to this. Half-heartedness doesn't reach into majesty. You set out to find God, but then you keep stopping for long periods at mean-spirited roadhouses. And this one, 1,000 half-loves must be forsaken to take one whole heart home. Gallop with your whole heart. Whole hearts attract whole hearts. Thank you so much for listening. If you haven't already, subscribe and also leave a review. And send someone else the gift of a healthy libido and an off-the-charts love life by sharing this episode with them. We'll be back next week, and in the meantime, many happy orgasms.